Yes, you can start. What she is saying, can I take it out from her? What she was saying is, am I audible?
Yes, I
Am I
can hear
audible?
you. I can hear you, and I remember what was the second thing you asked me. So we
Yeah,
can.
yeah. You can please start, ma'am. Please, you can start answering.
Okay, I think the second question you asked me was how do students submit their assignments? Was
Yeah,
that
that's the
yeah?
part, right?
Okay. So you can have students submit on paper or online. So when I first started out, I would put the instructions online so that they could read it outside of class, but it would be a Word document. So then if they want, they can print the Word document and write into it. Those who like to type can type into the Word document and then print it out. So I gave them that choice. So even now, if students say, I do not want to type, can I print it out? Yes, then I'll give them a printed version, right? I am seeing them, I meet them 3 times a week. So I can help them with whatever is their preference. So yes, there are students that say, I would like a print copy of the assignment and I'll give it to them.
Okay. Okay. In India, the system which we adopted was that we get the question paper online, and the students were asked to write in their own answer page, get it scanned and send it back to us for
Right,
evaluation purpose, right? This is because of the situation, right? Which we have
right.
seen all these years.
Yes.
Now things have revived. We are new normal situation. So things are
Mhm.
now definitely in a better position. But as you said, if this is an option which is to be given to students, cross-country exchanges in terms of examinations are possible probably. Do you agree with me? I say, I once again repeat, cross-country, teaching and examination system can be jointly done between two different universities
Yes.
or two different colleges
Over
or
the
located
world.
in
Over the world.
two parts of the globe. Is it
Yes.
possible?
So when you say cross country exchanges, I'm not sure I understand that part.
I say it's, for example, say with US and India. Say Durgapur Women's College or Khandra College with your college in US, in Illinois. Is it
Yeah.
possible?
What would you like
I
to
mean,
make possible?
is it possible to go for a course, teach a course to your college or your faculty members teaching our students and accordingly taking examination accordingly? Is it possible?
Oh, you're talking faculty exchange. Okay.
Absolutely,
So
not
you're talking
faculty only. The course exchange, I say.
the course exchange. So
Yes,
that will have to be a longer conversation. So
yes,
I teach. So we have my college, the College of Business and Health Administration at the University of St. Francis, has partnerships with a university in the Czech Republic, and a more recent one is a university in Vietnam. So I go teach at both places. And it just so happens that among all our Vietnamese students who started at their institution, two of them actually wanted to come here and be at the University of St. Francis. So they are in my finance class right now. Okay, so I have two students from Vietnam who are in my finance class. In the final week of the semester, I will travel to Vietnam to teach all the other students that are physically in Vietnam. So yes,
right.
those require partnership agreements. So yes, in principle, they're all possible.
Because this is what I've been doing with, as you said, in entrepreneurship, as I am doing this with global partners, WF Global, students of South Africa, Vietnam, and all places, they do the same thing with me also here. That's what. So it is a exchange procedure which involves both the teacher and the student in a much bigger sense, right? Anyway, I
Dr.
think
Bhattacharya, hello.
yes,
Hello, Dr. Bhattacharya. Please start the interactive session and please
yeah,
allow others to question.
yeah,
Okay?
absolutely. Others are there. Definitely, they can. If
Yes.
there is a
So please,
question with anyone,
yes.
is there any
Please
question
ask
with
others
anyone?
to, yes, others. If anyone, any other person has any question, please ask.
Anyone having any
Yeah.
questions here?
Am I audible?
Yeah,
Yes,
Am I
please,
yes.
audible?
Yes,
please.
Chandrima. Yes.
Yeah. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, everybody. Sorry. Good evening. Ma'am, again, I'm very grateful to you for providing us with this wonderful, wonderful lecture, as you did earlier with the NEP seminar as well. And you were right when you were talking about how we managed during the COVID situation in India when we were teaching online. Most of us used either Google Classroom, and initially we started with Zoom, but there was this data breach scare, and we were asked to move over to Google Meet. So these are the mainly two platforms that I believe were used widely in India. So Google Classroom is basically a platform where you do asynchronized online teaching. I used to upload audio lectures, sometimes even video lectures, and Google Meet is, of course, a kind of a meeting platform. Now, because you shared your experience with you kind of evaluated how your students fared after the sort of this COVID situation ended, and when we went back to the normal situation where you had classroom teaching once again, physical classroom teaching once again. Uh, did you find any kind of sort of difference in terms of the learning outcome when it comes to asynchronized and synchronized learning? Because when I was taking classes over both Google Classroom and Google Meet, I saw that my students were more responsive during the Google Meet classes, because, as you very correctly pointed out, most of them are, or at least many of them are more attuned to the tactile and the visual sort of learning experiences. So, as far as your experience is concerned, because you have been doing this for more than a decade, which one works better in your experience? The asynchronized learning, where the learner can do it at his or her at their own pace, or the synchronized blended learning? I mean, online learning.
That is a great question. So, though it is slightly different, but let me talk about that. So I can talk, that will be a topic for a whole new webinar if I have to talk about how students performed. But so when I taught remote for a whole year, then I used, so my class was already set up for blended learning, but we could not do the on campus class sessions, right? So I chose synchronous video for that. So we would meet at the regular class session time, except we are meeting via video. Okay, so my undergraduate students have never experienced the traditional online learning. They are never left completely on their own to figure out everything, learn everything, and just answer. So when I did the comparison of student performance in my classes, then the comparison I did was for 3 semesters: fall 2019, when learning was entirely in class. It is set up for blended learning, but we are meeting 3 times a week. Spring 2020, when the first half of the semester we met on campus 3 times a week. In the second 8 weeks, we met via synchronous video 3 times a week. In fall 2020, I did not return to campus. I returned to campus only in fall 2021 after I was vaccinated. So that academic year, I taught completely from home. But we had synchronous video sessions. And of course, students have all the resources because it is set up for blended learning. So my comparison was not with the asynchronous online. So I don't have my own research about that. Mine was traditional on campus, taught in the blended learning format, synchronous video, taught in the blended learning format. And with that comparison, my students, so there are many different ways in which you can evaluate effectiveness. I chose student performance. You can survey students and ask about their perceptions. I wasn't interested in just their perceptions, I was interested in their performance. So I analyzed student performance along many different dimensions: exam performance, weighted average in the course, the grade distribution, and none of that saw a significant change or a difference in the 3 semesters. So that was my personal research, my own research.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot for your response.
You're welcome.
Anybody
Any further
else?
question? Yeah.
Yes.
Anybody else who can ask a question, wants to ask a question? Is there anybody who would like to ask a question? Any further? So I think, well, probably we don't have any other questions to be asked to ma'am, right? So, Luna madam, can we have a final vote of thanks for her?
Yes, definitely, sir. I would request our IQAC coordinator, Dr. Dulal Chandra
Before that,
Sen,
I
to
would like
deliver
to
the
say
vote of
one thing.
thanks.
I'm thankful to once again to Sudipta madam and Monanda madam for allowing me. I mean, from my side, namaskar, for allowing me to moderate the session. I don't know whether I've done justice to the session or not, but thanks to all of you. Thank you.
Yes, you have
You
shared a
definitely have.
wonderful interactive session. Thank you very much, Dr. Bhattacharya, and of course, our speaker, Dr. Shudipta Roy. Now, the formal vote of
Thank you so
thanks
much.
by our IPC.
Dr. Sen, sir, over to you.
This is our great privilege to host this webinar, and our college, with collaboration, Khandra College, we could successfully organize this webinar, and the dignitaries who joined, we are enriched by Dr. Sudipta Roy of University of St. Francis, Illinois, USA. So we are very much thankful to Dr. Roy for his enriching lecture and the uh, the answers which he has given to the queries. And we are thankful to Dr. Mohananda Kanjilal, principal, who actually thought of this type of webinar, and Dr. Pinaki Ranjan Bhattacharya, principal of Khandra College, who collaborated webinar. We are thankful all to the all members of NAC committee and IQAC behind organizing this webinar. Dr. Runa Chatterjee of our college English department, who nicely anchored this webinar. Professor Samrat Dasgupta, who actually hosted webinar, and also Dr. Amitav Chakraborty, the NAC coordinator of Durgapur Women's College, who has designed everything for organizing this seminar. And we are also thankful to the all eminent or dignitaries and participants who joined this webinar, and for them only this webinar became successful. So lastly, I like to thank all the dignitaries who have been present in this platform, this virtual platform. Thank you all, and namaskars from our Durgapur Women's College and Khandra College.
Thank you and namaskar. Thanks.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure and privilege.
Thank you.
Thank you so
ma'am.
much.
Same with us, ma'am. Thank you.
Good night to
all of you.
everybody, and thanks to all of you, Dr. Bhattacharya, Dr. Roy, and all the listeners of this web.
And before we leave, I think
And we are hopeful we should
to all of you.
we will yes Shubho Vijaya to all
Shubho
of you,
Vijaya to
and
all of you.
we are hopeful,
And
Dr. Bhattacharya, we are hopeful that we will arrange many other webinars,
yes,
online webinars, so that we can reach out
absolutely.
many other topics Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Good
Absolutely.
night to all
Thank
of you.
you. Thank you. Good night. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Bye.